Hey, it's Chronologically Gaming, the only channel that's perpetually retro because we're playing every video game in order of release. Man, oh man, this might be our most difficult episode yet, and proves how hard it is to go platform by platform all over the world and make the games work. Welcome everyone to September 1982. We were last on the Atari home computer playing Onslaught. Before we move forward, I gotta go back and re-rate one game. Meteor Storm that we played on the ZX Spectrum. I said it was bad, and it's true, it's right in between bad and not so bad. But I said 2 stars, I'm gonna have to bump this up to 2.5. After playing it a little bit longer, I got used to the cursor controls and realized this was the first time you could play Asteroids, or anything like Asteroids on the ZX Spectrum, and it's alright. It grew on me. Alright, so besides Meteor Storm, while we're here, I also wanted to point out, when we played NATO Defense in the arcade, this is a kind of a unique game because, not just the audio cassette, but there's not a lot of games that were like this that you could play. We had R2D Tank by Sigma in May of 1980, and then Tank Battalion by Namco in October of 1980, and Spectar by Exidy in November of 1980, Pulsar by Sega Gremlin in 1980, and then Borderline by Sega in 1981. So it didn't have a whole lot of competition for other games similar to this, where they were trying to do something new with the tank variant. Alright, so enough of backtracking. After Onslaught, let's see what the next game is. We're still on the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. Here is the Pac-Man Trail. This one was a type-in from your computer. And I think we've seen this magazine cover already, from September 1982. But you flip to the right page, and there it is, the Pac-Man Trail, whatever that may be. It's a Pac-Man type program, it says, and you only need 16K. And there's an even example of the graphic in the bottom right corner. I don't know how bad the Pac-Man can be, because we've sunk pretty low here on the show. So let's pop in, or let's type in and play the Pac-Man Trail by Chris Lamb in the beginning of September, or whenever you typed it in 1982. Oh, and Harold's still going 3 on the other one. Very nice. All right, we're in. I gotta remember the cursor keys. So if you need a refresher, the ZX Spectrum has 5, 6, 7, and 8, and those are the arrow keys to move around. So I'm already getting points. I'll take it. All right, let's see. Yep, and they work. Cursor keys move us around. I am now the @ symbol, which is not the first time. I've been the @ symbol before. This is actually not the worst version of Pac-Man, but it's pretty low. One of the worst ones we played was on IBM PCs, and it was called Gobbler Ghost. It was just so bad. Gobble Man is what it was, and this one actually is playable. It actually has a smaller view for Pac-Man, and it's still bad, but it's not the worst. And if it tells you that this is not the worst, then it tells you where we've gone and how far we've gone with video games. We may have gone too far. Can I even clear? Yeah, you have to know the cursor keys on your ZX Spectrum to play, but yeah, very, very limited, very, very slow paced. It's barely even Pac-Man. At least the @ symbol kind of looks like Pac-Man. But what is chasing me? Is that the copyright symbol? So we don't have ghosts now. It's the copyright symbols. And that's a good point. This actually is a contender for, yes, I would rather play on the 2600 as well. Yeah, for a type-in game, it's okay. It gets the job done, and it kind of represents a little bit of Pac-Man. You understand that we're playing a Pac-Man game. If you're just now tuning in, please don't go away. Retro games aren't that bad. It's just because we play everything here. Let's go up here. Yeah, there you go. Go up to the top and the right. Yeah, very, very slow. And you got to remember, we're playing on that chiclet ZX Spectrum keyboard, so it takes a little bit of time to get used to that too. That's all I'll play of the Pac-Man Trail. Of all the games we can play right now, it's bad. Oh yeah, it's pretty bad. It's not down in the range where you get even lower in broken, because it could be considered broken, definitely, but you have to admit, for a type-in game, it's alright, and it has contenders with everything in the commercial world, so it's difficult to be rough on it. Yes, it is. That's exactly what it is. It's proving the future, Manly. Charlie's going 3 stars of all the video games you could play on a home computer. I'm not going to be that generous. That's still bad, but I have to go in between broken and bad with a 1-star rating of all the titles you could play. I kind of lumped that in there because this magazine and other magazines have tons and tons of type-in games, but in an effort to capture everything Pac-Man, there you go. Victor's with me with 1 star. Yes, and you are supposed to fix your own code whenever you type this game in. Lots of mistakes that could be made. Man, after Pac-Man Trail, I don't know. Everything looks hopeful for tonight, right? Let's see what's next. We're next on the Commodore VIC-20, and this is Panzer Attack. Panzer Attack is another game with no box or artwork. It just has a few screenshots. So let's put in Panzer Attack and play. This is by Dan Haste, published by Vicville at the beginning of September 1982. But you have to admit, it was Pac-Man. We are not going to wait for the tape to load. Yes. Dan Haste presents Panzer Attack. Do we want the rules? I have to ask, yes. So there's the keys. We move left and right with comma and period, and then fire is X. We have 3 tanks, hit any key to go, and I believe now it's going to, yes, load again. So after you wait 5 to 10 minutes for the first time it loads, then you have to load it for the second time. Oh man, yes. But you have to admit, if you were playing a type-in game at this time, you would want to, if you knew it was Pac-Man or something like Pac-Man, I mean, go for it. And if you notice the code for the type-in on that magazine, it wasn't that bad. It could be a lot worse for how long it takes to put it in there. Oh, that's true. Good point, Curtis. Thanks. Oh, yeah. Commodore games are going to have some, too. And if you know any that we haven't showcased on the channel that are type-in games that are really good, drop me a line. Let me know, either by Google or on Discord. I want to know what's the cool or best game. So I'm hitting up as much as possible. And, of course, we missed tons and tons because there's books that have type-in games, pages and pages of type-in games that we haven't done yet. Yeah, it's fantastic. All right, we're in. All right, so I'm going to get my bearings. I can move left. I can move right. I can play Battlezone or a Battlezone variant, and this is not the first. Let's see, where's my fire? Oh, there's my fire. Yeah, so this one feels like we should have typed this one in. But no, I guess because the scroll in the background, that's pretty nice. Oh. Looks like the tank didn't blow me up, but hey, it's Battlezone. It really makes me miss playing on the TRS-80. Oh, we got an atomic explosion. But extremely simple. Move left, move right, and fire. Panzer tank. This isn't the first Panzer game, too. You can barely tell I'm moving left and right. For those watching on the live stream, you can't tell if I'm going to the left or the right. Oh man, and the way that it's programmed with the enemy's bullet that erases your tank, it's amazing. Yeah, this is way down of the bad range. Now, we have seen another game that was for the Bally Astrocade called a Panzer Attack, and that was in 1978. It has nothing to do with that game. It's a totally different one. This is obviously based on Battlezone that we saw in November of 1980. Since then, the incredible Armored Patrol on the TRS-80 is one of the best ways to play Battlezone on a home computer right now. Check out Armored Patrol. And then another one we played on the VIC-20 in July of this year was called Tank Attack, spelled very strangely. That one actually plays better than this one, and that one was bad. So I got to go even lower than that. Yikes. Barely even looks like a tank. Are we in a tank? I'm not sure. Of all the games you can play on a home computer, it's low. I'm going to go 1.5 stars, maybe even again between 1.5. Yeah, I'm going to have to go down to 1 still. It's in between broken and bad, just really terrible. Yeah, Victor's going half star. I'd actually rather play the Pac-Man Trail than Panzer Attack. And that's just marginal, just so small. Yeah, I'm seeing all those ratings out there. Some people are pretty generous. Saying 2 stars would still be bad, but it's not nearly as close to the broken range. Errol saying 2.3. Maybe it was a typo, but we only do half stars in between instead of quarter star ratings. Man, oh man. And if that doesn't tell you what kind of night this is going to be in September 1982, hold on to your butts. Let's see what's next. We're now back on the Atari home computer, and the Paradise Threat video game is here, the sequel to Jim Pearson's Lucifer's Realm from 1981. Let's check out the Paradise Threat, starting with the box, or the front of the manual. We're going to shoot angels, it looks like, from the front. This is another by Med Systems Software. Flip it over the back, and there's not much there for the artwork. And there's the cassette tape for our Atari 400, 800, or 1200. The Atari 1200, nice. The future. Oh, it was a typo. Okay, Errol, appreciate it. All right, we have an example of the screenshots on the Atari, and we also have the manual for Paradise Threat. Now, Jim Pearson isn't new to the show. Jim Pearson's been around since 1981 with Zost in Space, The Curse of Crowley Manor, which is a really good game. I say 4.5 stars when we saw it back in August of 1981. And then we also have it on the Apple II and Atari in April of 1982. And then in 1981, we also saw Escape from Tram, which was also on the TRS-80 and Atari 800 and Apple II. And then The Institute we saw in 1981. That one was really cool. Real-time text-adventure game. I said 4 stars. And then Lucifer's Realm, like we said before, was 1981. And we said 3.5 stars of all the games you could play on a home computer for that one. And that was also available on the Atari and TRS-80 in April of 1982. And also Saigon, The Final Days was done by Jim Pearson in 1981. And Earthquake San Francisco 1906 in March 1982. So lots of adventure games, text adventure games, and here is the newest by Jim Pearson. So the manual breaks down how to load the game for TRS-80 or Atari users, and we won't need those. Yeah, and then over here on the side, it says the player is not limited to 2-word verb-noun commands. You can type in more that you want, input phrases, but the vocabulary includes look, climb, taste, drink, move, eat, push, pull, kill, jump, listen, talk, open, unlock, and many others. When characters often are introduced to things, try repeatedly like I for inventory, and then you can also use look to get more information. Look is followed by an object to examine the object, so look at your book or look at things like that. And you can also enter drop if you have anything that's in your inventory, and only invisible items can be gotten and dropped. And then movement is, as usual with text adventure games, north, south, east, and west. Graphics are used both as a decorative motif on the screen and in bursts to signify dramatic action in the plot. And that's it. So bear in mind, this was the inside sleeve for the Paradise Threat. And that's all the information we got. Just remember, this is all we have on the inside sleeve. It looks like part of it is handwritten over there on the left side. Mainly, yeah. Yes, we're going to push, pull, and kill. Let's pop in and play The Paradise Threat by Jim Pearson, the beginning of September 1982. This one has no walkthroughs online. There is nothing online that I could find of anyone doing a run-through of this game. This right now, as far as I know, is the first video of anyone playing The Paradise Threat. Oh, we have music. Cool. I think we had that on Lucifer's Realm, too. Some ditties to play before we get into the action or the adventure. Way to go, Pokey Chip. You're rising above a graveyard on the still moonlit night. And it tells us again that we're playing the Paradise Threat. Our inventory, we have nothing. We float higher and higher towards the light, so we just died. And just so you have a little backstory, because we didn't get any from the manual, this takes place shortly after the events of Lucifer's Realm. The players died, and we ascend to heaven. On the way, we encounter Winston Churchill, who takes the player to a meeting with other historical figures, including Groucho Marx, Gandhi, Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln, the Kennedy brothers, Martin Luther, and they explain that after giving Satan the magical crown, Hitler's rebel army was driven from hell, and they used the power of the statue to invade heaven, and only the player has the power to find and destroy the statue to save the souls of heaven. I can't make this stuff up, folks. All right, so after we've floated higher and higher, we just keep hitting enter, and I think it says, yeah, we now see long dead friends helping to lead you. And in typical Jim Pearson fashion, these games, you just continue to hit enter or look for a long time, and then things happen as time passes. Oh, and we now catch a glimpse of paradise before entering a tunnel. And all I'm doing is hitting an enter. Now it says I don't understand, so let's try look. A gentleman with a cigar is leading you by the arm as you float through the air. And that would be Winston Churchill, I'm guessing. So look, man, does it say? Appears ordinary. He's a gentleman with a cigar. Okay, so can we talk to him? He says, we must hurry. Only you can help us. Okay, let's hurry. I don't understand hurry. Okay, look again. A gentleman with a cigar is leading you by the arm as you float through the air. And what about float? I don't understand. All right, just keep hitting enter. Oh, no, it's waiting for a command. So I don't know what the command is. All right, let's try like we saw in the manual. Listen to Winston Churchill. You hear nothing intelligible, okay? Follow. I don't understand. We have a gentleman leading us by the arm as we float through the air. So this is as usual, text adventure games are pretty cryptic, but we're now at the point where what do we do to type in so the game understands? What about climb? Because that was another verb that was in the manual. You'll fall. What, fall into the long, bright tunnel? What about look, tunnel? Oh, and that's all we have. The same thing, the gentleman that appears ordinary with a cigar leading us by the arm as we float through the air. Take cigar. I don't understand. Look, cigar. And still it looks at the gentleman with the cigar as he's leading us by the arm as we float through the air. I wasn't expecting to be led to heaven by Winston Churchill, and I also wasn't expecting it to be this difficult to get to heaven. And to be fair, though, when we played Lucifer's Realm, we got to hell pretty quick. We actually messed up and fell to hell, and that's where the game begins, where Adolf Hitler rebels against Satan, and you have to try to take out Adolf Hitler and his cronies that are down there. Yes, we need to try that. Go tunnel. I don't understand. Wait, look, tunnel? It understands tunnel because we can go there. And I tried float, but it doesn't understand that verb for float. Yes, maybe we shouldn't trust a man named Jim. If this is difficult, I probably understand now why there's no video of anyone playing the Paradise Threat online. Oh, enter. Let's try that. Nope, doesn't understand enter. What other verbs can we try? Wait. Huh? Wait? No, can't do wait. Still don't understand. And now we're just stuck with Winston Churchill leading us by the arm. Let's talk to him again. He says we must hurry. Only you can help us. Talk to him again. He just continues to say the same thing. Can we hurry? I don't understand. And this brings us back to the original Chronologically Gaming episodes where I didn't have walkthroughs and we played adventure games as if we just bought the game. It really is 1982, and now we have to figure out how in the world we play. Turn off. You can't. Yes, and play Donkey Kong. That's what we should do. I know, yeah, usually whenever you get to these walls, I'm sure most people just forgot about it. This one is extremely difficult for what command is it that you need to get through the first section of the game. And if there's no walkthroughs and no one online has done it, I've even checked the adventurers that have tried to play every adventure game. That's not there either. So I really have nothing. Maybe we should break in to the code and try things, Errol. That's a good way to do it. In the manual, I've already been through, and even my pre-test before the show, I didn't have a way to get past anything to Paradise Threat. So I guess the moral of the story, at least now, is Adolf Hitler wins and Satan wins, and we can't rescue all of our friends in heaven. It's just a terrible, terrible end. Yes, I know. Yeah, we'll have to try to break in and change the code to play the game. All right, so in the meantime, that was my brief stint with Paradise. Oh, that's true. We could have tried directions. Let's go in again. North, south, east, and west. I believe I already tried that on the playthrough before the live show. Yes, there's north, south, east, and west. There's even climb up and down. It just says you'll fall whenever you do that. All right, let's go again. Oh, nice. It changes to different colors. Look. Float higher and higher. Long dead friends. Catch a glimpse. And now look. Tunnel. And there you go. We're being led. And now let's go north. Don't understand. South. Can't go south. West. East. Climb. Down. Down? Climb down. You'll fall. I guess that don't work. Ooh, go hell. Oh, that one. I think that worked with Lucifer's Realm. Good idea, Manly. Yes, and obviously, maybe we should be inebriated and we can understand more of what Jim wants to do. Up or down. Nope. Darn. Yeah, I know. It doesn't work. I'd love to hear more, but we tried our best, at least for the live show and a brief stint of what Paradise Threat is. I would love to rate this higher, but sadly, if anyone has any information on Paradise Threat and can tell me how to make the game work on the Atari, then... Oh, wait, that's it. Go heaven. Maybe it is heaven. Because we said go hell for the other one, and maybe we got to try go heaven. Or yes, maybe we have to... No, this one's about heaven, so we shouldn't be sinning, Manly. We need to do something good. Maybe we should help Winston Churchill, and that will work. All right, here we go. Let's try it again. Higher and higher. Float. Long dead relatives, yes. Catch a glimpse. All right, ready? Go. Heaven. Oh. Go. Oh my gosh, it's like... All right, trying it again. Go. Oh, nope. Go heaven. No, it doesn't understand go heaven. Maybe we have to do something good. Be good. Climb heaven. All right, I'm going to have to give up. Just like I probably would have done it in 1982. So there you go, the Paradise Threat. Someone please tell me how to play the game. I'll have to say it's broken or it's bad. It's really bad. I'm going to have to go 1.5 stars. Yes. Another good idea. Yeah, pray. So if you do know what to do, then please help me so we can play the game. But that is as far as I can get. I'm going to have to go 1.5 stars for Paradise Threat, a bad title. Yeah, I'd love to. Go into the light. It wouldn't understand that one because the tunnel, you can't understand light. But I know what to do. I know what we should try. Let's try Paradise Threat on the TRS-80. So maybe the copy I have, maybe there's something wrong with the Atari version. So this one has the same box or same opening as we saw before, but this one I'm going to pop in a 5 1/4 floppy disk on our TRS-80 Model 1 or Model 3. And the exact same manual you saw was both TRS-80 and Atari. Let's try it out. Here you go. So Paradise Threat on the TRS-80. Now, for this one, I'm going to go ahead and push space. You can see it's Jim Pearson, Med Systems Software. Got it. All right, here we go. Rising above a graveyard on a still night. All right, and nothing is responding. This TRS-80 that I have to play will not work. So we are at a standstill again. Not because of the game. This one doesn't even respond. I have no way to type. There's nothing that's happening. And it does not work at all. So sadly, we're going to have to go... we're going to have to go and say this one also doesn't work either. We tried so many different things. I love the chat, though. Thanks so much for the help. Doing the best we can to understand. But now we all know why Paradise Threat isn't found online and there's no walkthroughs. Maybe no one's figured it out. Maybe there is no way to do it. So I'll say again, 1.5 stars. If it is true that this game really has a problem and you can't do it, then we'll rate it even lower. Yes, maybe we should try praying. Whatever we can to save our friends and family. All right, with that, let's press forward and see what the next game is. Still on the Atari, here's Paranoia. Another game that we're going to be typing in to play, or virtually typing in. This is again from Softside Magazine, September 1982, and there it is, Paranoia, an arcade-style game for the Atari with 32K RAM. You just need the basic cartridge, a disk drive, and a joystick. Very cool to type it in. And we also even have the example of what the game's like. Hopelessly trapped in a series of mazes as strange alien beings pursue you. So it even has a little bit of a story from the magazine. Kind of cool. There's an example of the screenshot. Here we go. Let's see what it's like. Let's type it and play Paranoia by Michael A. Moody in the beginning of September, or whenever you typed it in September 1982. All right, here we go. Can we... Oh, nice. We can pick the level we want and then push start to go. So hitting start, and we're in, ready to go. All right, so I shot him. Why didn't he disappear? Oh, okay, so every enemy you shoot, they just reappear in a random location on the maze. But I'm playing another Berzerk variant. Do I have 8 shots? Can I touch the walls? Okay, I can. But I can move 8 different directions, shoot 8 different directions. Yeah, it feels like Berzerk. The goal of the game, when you're not getting shot, is just get to the exit on the right side. This would have been well worth the type-in. Taking the time for this, I mean, look at this. But we have played another type-in game for Berzerk called Maniac. That was a 2-player simultaneous Berzerk game. Let's see, does this one show up in a different spot? No, I don't know what that mine is over there. Oh, don't touch the enemies. And when you touch the enemies, you just go to the next level. But they're randomizing the levels, and all you got to do is get to the right side. Run and shoot them up. I got a little bit of a walking animation, but this is really good for a type-in game. I still have to give the nod to Maniac. Maniac was too cool. Wow, music though, that's awesome. Maybe we need another scale. If it's a type-in game, we rate it differently. But we're playing everything that's on the home computer. Do we want to play again? Sure. Do I have to say yes or start? Oh, okay, yeah, just start. Cool. Let's pick a different level that we haven't seen yet. Let's try... Oh, there we go. A ton of mines. See if we can make ourselves to the other side. There we go. And they show up in a random spot after you shoot them, so I think we got it. Oh, they can walk through mines? That's not fair. If you think this character looks large, you need to see Maniac, the other type-in game that you can play on the Atari home computer. All right, make it go, go, go. Can they shoot all 8 directions? I don't think I've seen them shoot diagonally. Let's see if this guy will show up in a different spot. Oh, he got me. And this one has what looks like force fields. Oh, there we go. So the red are the walls of Berzerk. Can't touch those. Kind of a slow-feeling game if you think of all the other Berzerk games we played on a home computer. But you got to give it props. Typing in that game is pretty fun. So there's Paranoia. Of all the games we could play right now, I still say it's subpar, maybe 2.5 stars. Because as far as Berzerk games go, we played plenty of others, better ones, and it is a little unfair to compare it to other type-in games. I mean, or type-in games to be compared to everything else out there. Yeah, lots of variety. I love the music. Music in a type-in game is awesome. Manly's going 2.5 as well. Charlie's going 2.5. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we didn't wait long enough. Well, I think we did. There was no evil auto programmed in. It was nice auto. Paranoia. It has nice auto. Or good auto. All right, so after Paranoia, let's see what's next. What's the next release? Time to go to the United Kingdom and play on the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. Here is Pharaoh's Tomb. Not to be confused with Pharaoh's Tomb on the ZX81 by Phipps Software in April 1982, or Pharaoh's Tomb on the Commodore VIC-20 by Analog in June of 1982. This one is a different Pharaoh's Tomb. So many different games with the same name. Here's the box for Pharaoh's Tomb. This is by Software for All. It's a 3D maze and adventure rolled into one. 48K, what? So you have to play on... You have to have the 48K version of the ZX Spectrum to play on this one. And this one just has, 2 different options. Let's pop in The Pharaoh's Tomb by R. Easto, published by Software for All at the beginning of September 1982. Pharaoh's Tomb. There you go, nice title screen. How do we go? Do we move? I don't know if I think I typed in the wrong thing. Okay, it did work. Yeah, so it is a first-person perspective 3D maze game. At this point, it's been all the rage in 1982. We played almost 20 games that are like this. They take the maze game and you put it in a first-person perspective and then play. 20 games already. And we haven't even got to the end of 1982. Amazing. All right, so this one uses the cursor keys to move around. Let's give it a shot. Go down here. I think I'm mashing into the wall. Oh, yeah, I think I mashed into the wall, so that didn't help. All right, let's try loading where I didn't crash into the wall. Ooh, there we go. 3D maze action. Well, you can tell it was a little sloppy if you're able to crash the program. Not a good sign. I'm going to make my way down the hallway this direction. I'm heading east. I'm still waiting. Coordinates seem like they're not moving for me. Yeah, now the cursor keys are responding, but I don't think it's responding the right way. Let's see if we try a different one. There's the wall. Turn back to the other side. No, it works. I wonder why it's not moving. It's barely... It's drawing in, and we've seen this before, but it's not responding with the cursor keys on the ZX Spectrum. At least to move forward. It feels like it's not as fun. We played 3D games like this, 3D maze games that had nothing involved. All it is just get to the end of the maze, and those were okay. But then we played 3D maze games that had a monster, 3D monster maze on the ZX81, and then we played Phantom Slayer, which is so cool. It's like a first-person shooter, and then this is making your way through a maze, but it's still not fun to make it through a maze. It's pretty impressive that it's drawing this fast, but it's not responding very well with the cursor keys. Very strange. Yeah, the line graphics are all right, but it doesn't really impress, because we played 3D maze games that do respond better than this. So Pharaoh's Tomb, at least the one by Software for All, I gotta go down in the broken range. I'm gonna have to go 1 star for Pharaoh's Tomb. We're not new to the 3D maze from a first-person perspective, but there's a lot better ones out there. Normal ones. Charlie's saying 2 stars? It does look like Boris Karloff is. And maybe that's who we were playing. Playing as the... If Boris Karloff's there, that'd be so cool. A mummy-style first-person perspective maze game. But not here. Alright, so that's Pharaoh's Tomb. What an amazing night, right? So when we do this show, all these games that we're playing, going from system to system and platform to platform, it's very difficult to get the play control down and to make the games boot and load. This episode has been the hardest one to get all these games to actually come up so we can see a little bit of what the game is like, to play a little bit of it. And whenever I do the episodes, most of the games I can get and understand how they work. The home computer world, though, is very difficult because every system has its little nuances to get them to run. And we're not done. Let's keep going to see our next game. It's time to go on the Apple II. Maybe this one will work a little bit better. And this is Photar. Let's check out Photar, starting with the box. Whoa, that is awesome. Sci-fi, a little creepy. Looks like it's something from Star Trek. Photar. This one is by Softape. And we've only seen one other game by Softape here on the show. Flip it over on the back and you can see Photar is fast, Photar is mean, and Photar is out to get you. The challenge begins the moment you sit down and wrap your tense grip around the joystick. You know the moment the black holes appear that you're in for a lot of trouble. Then comes Photar. Undaunted by your ceaseless fire, soon the rings of Saturn doggedly hound your every move, moving in then backing off, while wild stars come screaming in for the kill. Wow, okay, so that sounds awesome. There's the 5 1/4 floppy disk, or at least a reconstructed one, with an example of the screenshot. It is not a horror game. No, Photar is not. And this one is actually going back in time. Photar is not 1982, it is 1981. And I'm going to put the splash up again of Photar, because this one is by Steve Baker. And Steve Baker had a lot of games we have not showcased on this channel. Fighter Pilot in 1978, Journey on the Apple II in 1979, Gomuku, Microgammon, Burnout, Bubbles, and then in 1980 he did Reversi, Planetoids, Nightcrawler, and we didn't see any of these games. The only one we saw from 1981 was Star Mines, and this is another one that we missed. We did not play Photar, and so all those others that I've listed off by Steve Baker, we will be seeing at some point, just not today. We won't forget you, Steve Baker. All right, let's pop in and play Photar. This is by Softape, beginning of September. Actually, this is at some time in 1981. So we have to go back to 1981 to play this one. All right, here we go. Let's go run it. Run some Photar. So just bear in mind, it's 1981 for this release. I mean, the game was released in 1981, but people would still be playing it in 1982. All right, we get a cracked screen. Very nice display showing us how to use the controls if we're playing keyboard. I got my joystick in my Apple II, so down at the bottom we can do J or K. I'm going to do J for joystick. Here we go. Wow. Check it out. It runs so fast, so smooth for the Apple II. It is another Centipede variant, and it's doing it different. It's not mushrooms drawn on the screen, and it's a sci-fi feel, where the quote-unquote Centipede is not doing a pattern like a Centipede. The most recent one of these we played was called Locomotion in September 1982. But at this point, if you were to get this in 1981, this would be really cool. Very well done. Take a look at the panel on the right side. Reminds me of Raster Blaster, or is playing an arcade game. Wow, so cool. Yeah, this is very fun. This has polish. There's polish to this. Yeah, see the pattern at the top? It's not following the same old Centipede pattern. Very fresh. And you can do the same like you did with Centipede. Hold down the button, and it just continues to fire nonstop. Yes, that's the Apple II farting. Majority of games have that. We have seen some really good music come from the Apple II, but the best is still coming from the Atari home computer right now. Wow. I want to keep going, though. I want to see the colors change. It's nice. Yeah, and the way they fall is pretty cool. The quote-unquote fleas. And I'm sure Steve Baker had names for everybody that he's made that aren't scorpions and aren't fleas from Centipede. Yeah, Charlie, I'm with you. It's very well done. And it plays well with the Apple II joystick. Wow, so fun. And it does the color change just like Centipede would. I'm limited to the bottom of the screen to shoot, so it just hits all the marks for a really good Centipede game. And at this point, the official Centipede is not on the Atari home computer. As usual, it's a score rush, but you would love this because of the arcade gameplay that you could have at home on your home computer. That's so good. All right, so remember, it's 1981. And of all the games you could play right now, Photar is exceptional. This is the reason why I want to check out more that Steve Baker has done, and we will eventually. I'd say of all the games you could play on a home computer at this point, this is a 4-star game. This is arcade quality. This is one of the reasons people wanted an Apple II or played video games on the Apple II in 1981. Yeah, 4. Errol's even going 4.5. Very nice. Yeah, Curtis is going 4 as well. Yeah, excellent. Excellent title. Really fun. All right, that's a breath of fresh air. Let's see what's next. After this commercial break.
Met Philips Videopac kun je fantastisch autoracen, maar je kunt er nog veel en veel meer mee doen. Je blinkt uit in geweldige sporten zoals honkbal. En met Philips Videopac kun je de spannendste avonturen beleven in de ruimte. Steeds weer nieuwe spelcassettes. Dit is de nieuwste, Pickaxe Pete, een spannend gouddelverspel vol
Pickaxe Pete.
Philips Videopac, de meest veelzijdige spelcomputer voor de laagste prijs. Videopac van Philips.
Videopac from Philips. It is Pickaxe Pete, now available in Europe for the very first time. We've already seen Pickaxe Pete in January 1982 on the Magnavox Odyssey 2, so here it is, the first time that everyone in Europe could play it, or the first availability of everyone in Europe that could play it. Let's do it! So there you go, it is cart 43 with all the other language versions on the front of the box. What is up with Pickaxe Pete, though? I don't know if you remember what the Odyssey 2 box looked like. This one, Pickaxe Pete looks like he's homeless. He's got a cool hat, though, but, I mean, he's got that Indiana Jones beard going. It removed all the cartoony fun of the front of the Odyssey 2 box. This one looks like we're playing something a little more serious. Pickaxe Pete, he's been worn down. He's breaking down. We have nothing on the back of the box. That's exactly what he looks like, Marshall. I love it. Do we have any other artwork for Pickaxe Pete? So there it is, the Philips Videopac. Joysticks down the bottom left. I don't know why it says Odyssey 2, because we're on the Philips Videopac. It is in Europe. There it is. And the cartridge, just like on the Odyssey 2, got the handle for us. We can do 0 to play. I think 9 is a different mode, but there's not too many modes for Pickaxe Pete. Man, I love this one. All right, let's see what the manual has for Pickaxe Pete. Look at that guy. Man, he's just had a bad day. He just wants to get out of the mine. That's what he looks like. All right, so it gives you a glimpse of the life of the legendary miner Pickaxe Pete and his fabulous gold mine somewhere in the Misty Mountains. Same Misty Mountains that we had on the Odyssey 2. First you hit reset and then keys 0 through 9. The next screen shows a network of tunnels and shafts. It's one of the 10 mysterious gold mines where Pickaxe Pete struck it rich. A different mine for each numerical key you've pressed. So you have 9 different levels, or I should say 10, 0 through 9. The actual secret of the Misty Mountains lies hidden behind the 3 colored doors, one at the top level, one at the very bottom, and the third in the center. Huge boulders come bursting from the doors at irregular intervals, bouncing through the narrow tunnels. When 2 boulders collide, one of 3 things may happen. They'll explode, they'll explode revealing a pickaxe which drops down, or they'll explode and a golden key twirls upward. You'll find Pickaxe Pete in the center of your screen. You can move him with a joystick with the left handset, and man, can you move Pickaxe Pete. It is platforming done, and remember, we saw this in January, but it is really well done platforming. Really fun. You can only move up to the next level only when one of the ladders mysteriously appear from time to time in different places, so it's not static ladders like Donkey Kong. It's also a good idea, for instance, when the ladder directly leads to one of the magical doors. If you go in without the key, you get caught in the revolving door and it spins them around really fast. Pickaxe Pete is vigorously swinging his pickaxe, looking for boulders, and every time he smashes them, it adds 3 points to your score. There's one problem, though. When he's using the pickaxe, he's so energetic that it wears him down, and you'll hear a tinkling warning sign. So the pickaxe is pretty much like the hammer in Donkey Kong, and it gives you all the count for bonuses. Until there's only one thing you can do: try and evade boulders by either jumping over them or ducking under them. That's right, it's a platformer where you can duck. Every time he succeeds, he again collects 1 point. Make him jump or dive, move the joystick in the direction you want, and then pass a door. Find the keys to go through the doors to each level. So there you go. I think the rest is, it breaks down the magic doors too. There's an interesting alternative. When he manages to get hold of one of the golden keys, he starts blinking and collects another 10 points. And there's more to it. The keys give access to magic doors. When he manages to reach a door with his key, dodging boulders, he enters the magic halls of mines, and another 20 points are added to his fortune, because you want to get those points. The mining pattern, a warning, the mining pattern will have the same color as the door he just entered. These colors change regularly. Try and avoid the dark gray door. When Pickaxe Pete enters a dark gray door with his key, he'll collect 20 bonus points and finds himself in an invisible maze. Yes, that's right, they have invisible mazes here too. And over here on the right, it shows you the controls using your Philips Videopac. And we kind of need that because it explains how to jump and move him around, and then how to dive. You use the button to dive, and you can see the controls. You can dive 3 different ways and jump 3 different ways in this game. And then there's the point breakdown there. I thought it was going to be in other languages, but there it is, the full list, wow, of everything so far on the Philips Videopac. We have played all of these. Every single one of them. Even the chess module, C7010. Yeah, that was the back of the France box, but it wasn't in French. All right, time to play Pickaxe Pete, Pop in the Handle. This is by Ed Avard, published by Philips in the beginning of September 1982 in Europe. Oh, there we go. What game do we want? Let's go with the first level. Yes, start off with the axe. I can jump, move around as Pickaxe Pete. Can I climb? I can with the axe. Eat that, Mario. You can't climb with a hammer, but Pickaxe Pete can. So the point of the game is to destroy the boulders. Oh, my pickaxe is running out. It just wore him out too much. And then now we got to find another one, and this will all appear randomly on the screen. But the control is what really drives this game. When I first played this on the Odyssey 2, oh, there's the axe. Go get it. Is that you can move around, jump around different ways, and you can even slide. It's so cool. It's one of the most freedom platformers. You have the freedom to do so much in the game. Oh, and the key went to the top. We missed it. All right, let's bust some boulders up. Let's go down here. He also doesn't have fall damage. You can fall as far as you want with Pickaxe Pete. Keep busting them up. Nice. Oh, so you try to go through the door without a key, it just spins and spins around like that. Awesome. We did it! They have a transition from one level to another. Looked like we just entered a time warp. Oh, you don't have as much control over Pickaxe Pete when you go off the ledge, but hey, he doesn't die. Take that, Miner 2049er. He can jump as far as he wants. So the smoothest, easiest platformer, at least as far as play control. The gameplay, though, is fairly simple. Notice that the room has a lot of randomness to it, and as far as the gameplay, you have to deal with that randomness when to pick up the axe and the key to move forward. Yeah, that was him falling. That long distance. Oh, yes, Errol, there you go. I'm actually on par with Errol. Got the key. Now we got to make our way to the door. Yes, and we did it. Picked up the key. Warping on. And just collect as many points as you can and just keep going. It is a one-player game only, so you have to take turns. And even then, it's not really taking turns. It's just, you know, whenever you get your score, you tell everyone, there's my score. It'll keep the high score until next time, and you can do a score rush. Oh, yes! This Superman jump like this. Look at that jump. It still feels better than Donkey Kong. Just the ability that you can move so much. And at this point on consoles, we can play Donkey Kong. We can play Donkey Kong on the ColecoVision, a very well done home console game. But on the home computer, there's lots of platformers that you can play, and most of the jumps you commit to them, and so does Pickaxe Pete. Once I make the jump, I can't change in midair, but I just have different abilities to. I have 3 different ways to jump up. Like I can jump up, and I can also jump at angles, and then also slide at angles. See, look at this. I'm like a penguin sliding around on my belly. But gameplay is just a little limited because you see how the pickaxe showed up right here? I had to make sure I was there on the right spot to go get it and smash it open. And then all the ladders are random too. So if we had this character with this much functionality on a different level, like Miner 2049ers World, it would be one of the best games ever. So I'm blowing them up and I'm looking for the key. So again, key is random. Gotta wait for it to come up. And just keep going and try to, yeah, not hit a rock. Yeah, Charlie, I'm with you. For the Philips Videopac or the Odyssey 2, this is one of the best that you could play. All right, ran out. Now I gotta dodge all of the boulders. And looking for the key. You can see we already had a game over and lost the score down at the bottom. One of the reasons I love this platformer is it feels like you have freedom to run, jump, like explore the character in this space. The very first time we played Donkey Kong, it felt like a new concept or world that you could move around and jump with Mario. And now this feels like you can just have fun with Pickaxe Pete, running around, jumping, sliding. Yeah. Very well done, Ed Everett. Whenever we played this on the Odyssey 2 early in the year, I said 4 stars, and I still feel the same. Of all the games you could play right now, this one's well done. I wouldn't say it's still one of the best games you could play across all the consoles everywhere, but it's just because of the one-player only game and because the gameplay for one level at a time doesn't progress and draws you into wanting to see what the next level is. Most of the levels look fairly the same. There's not a lot of difference to them. And if they did what Miner 2049er did, that's what would have brought it over the top. Yeah. 4.5, not 4. 5 going for Charlie. Wow, very nice. Yeah, I'll save everything you can play right now on a home console across all home consoles 4 stars. For the Philips Videopac of everything, it's about 5. It's very nice. Yeah, and Odyssey 2, yeah. So we're playing this one on 50 hertz. Odyssey 2, we were playing it on 60 hertz. All right, but that's not all. Let's go to our next game. We're here on the Apple II. This is Pac-Man. Let's check out Pac-Man. What is Pac-Man? Oh, there's Pac-Man. I got it. This is by Eagle Burns and Michael Kusaka. This is by Penguin Software, the first release we've seen by Penguin Software. He got a late start looking for that summer job, and all you could find was a baker apprentice position at the Automated Baker Company. Simple enough, since the pies are made by machine. All you have to do is add topping, put the pies away when they come out of the conveyor belt. Shouldn't be too difficult for a summer, you think to yourself. And it works with all those. Oh, and there's the other games, and we've seen those. Spy's Demise. I don't think we've seen that one yet. Oh, but Penguin Software, we're going to see, yeah, we've seen this in some of the magazines that we've read on the show. That's great. Yeah, so it's not Pac-Man clone. Oh, no. Oh, and there's the ad you would have seen in magazines for Pie Man. I don't think we've seen that one in magazines. And then there's the 5 1/4 floppy disk we're going to pop in and play. Yeah, Penguin Software had a special graphics that they had for the Apple II and the Atari, I believe. So the software company's been around for a while, doing really good strides. This is the first game we've seen. Yes. Yes, Pie, exactly. All right, let's pop in and play Pie Man by Penguin Software, the beginning of September 1982. We're going to see this later in 1983 on the Atari home computer. There it is. Pie Man. Oh, I'm prepared. Prepare yourself for some Pie Man. We haven't seen Pressure Cooker by Activision yet. All right, so we're going to do just normal joystick. I don't have the Atari style one plugged in. So hitting J. Okay, we're in. Whoa, look at this. All right, so what do you do as Pie Man? You go up to the top, and you push the button. Okay, get yourself some topping. And then push the button again, put the topping on the pie. Then go up and push the button to get a cherry. Then go down and put the cherry on. And then you deliver the pie up here. And good, got 1 point. We're on a roll. All right, let's do it again. Put some topping there. How quaint is this? It is the very first cooking simulator. The very first anything with cooking with any video game ever. Pie Man is it. Someone said, we need to put cooking in a video game, and here it is. With a conveyor belt, it almost feels like we're playing the episode of I Love Lucy. Because the conveyor belt is just going to go faster and faster. And look at this. We're not going to be able to keep up with this. Can I even do this? Let's try it. And in a way, this almost feels like we're playing Tapper. You know, we're not in a bar. Nope. Get it quick. Okay, we made it before it smashed on the side. Nice. Job classification, Baker Apprentice. Okay, we're doing great. Great start. How quaint is this? We've played games where you can throw food at people, and now this one is making food. And it works great. The control of a character, like, wait, what is this guy? Oh, I'm supposed to avoid him. He's trying to balance something, and we're supposed to make sure we get... Because I really want to see what happens if we knock him over. Oh, okay, he just slows us down. I thought he was going to crash and smash everything. Oh, he knocks the pie off. Oh, we don't get the point for it. Got it. Yeah, I'm with you there. Tapper's easier, but Tapper doesn't exist yet. There is no Tapper. We have not seen it in the arcades. Keep going. Let's do this. We will deliver all the pies. Oh, I don't think we can go any faster. Let's see. And now they're putting obstacles in the way, too. Oh, we went this one. Oh, I don't think we're going to do it. Quick, quick, quick. Get the filling in here. You can do it, buddy. Come on. Oh, barely. Job classification, Baker. 3rd class. So they're giving us a rank up, too, which is kind of a nice touch. Telling us that we're a better baker than we were before. So cool. And this is the very first game with food where you're not using food like as a weapon. This is actually a proto-food making app. Yeah, Victor, hit it on the head. I can't believe it. So here we go, September 1982. We're playing the first Let's Make Food. We're just spilling more and more junk all over the floor. Uh-oh, nope, can't get through there. All right, let's keep going. Uh-oh, here he comes again. Oh, if we hit anything and slip, we drop the stuff. So we have to avoid... Yeah, this isn't going to work. I don't think I can do it. No, it dropped off. What do I do with this thing then? Oh, I can't have to go all the way back. No. Oh, yep, not good. What do I do with the cherry if I want to get rid of it? Uh-oh, I don't know what to do with... I just have to go give the cherry over here. Oh, I know. Slip on something. That's the solution. I see. Uh-oh, got stuck. Can I still... Okay, still can do it. Let's see if we can go deliver this next pie. No, it wouldn't let me do it. And so it means we gotta slip on something. Fall. All right, just forget that one. So this is it. This is the gameplay. It was letting us rank up, but I don't think we're going to get to another screen or see anything else. Yeah, are there any other flavors we can do? Or is it the same filling, cherry on top, deliver the pie? It's a very simple three-step process. So now we're Baker second class. We haven't switched to a new screen. Oh, you got to be in exactly the right spot. One of the cool things about this, though, is the large character that I'm controlling and able to move freely around the screen. That's really nice. Oh, can we... Yeah, I gotta go over on this side. There we go. So how about that? The presentation is very well done. It's just very simple. How far can you go? How many pies can you get? And this is the norm. Usually the games... Oh, we're making more mess. The games we see on the home computer that are meant to try something new or different in an arcade style, this is what it is. I don't believe it. Manly's already thrown out 3 stars of all the games you can play on a home computer. Yeah, this one's a tricky one because it's monotonous. Whenever you play arcade games, one of the reasons shooters are so popular is because it feels like you're accomplishing something to remove them. But this one, it could drain on you because you're not seeing anything new or trying anything different. But then again, that's how I felt about food simulators whenever I saw them crop up years later. Why would anyone want to make food? All right, now we're Baker first class. We've made so much mess on the floor, we can't do anything. So the very first cooking or food simulator, whatever you would want to call it. Uh-oh, did we drop too many? Yep, Baker first class. Great job. What do we get? Just some wasted time, I guess. Yeah, I know, it's like a time waster game. We can put initials in? All right. Wait, do we use the joystick to put our initials in? Oh, it won't let me put my initials in. Well, all right. We know we got the high score. We're Baker first class for Pac-Man. Yeah, I'm with you, Curtis. I'm actually thinking of the originality. And while it is a time waster, this is playing better and has something more to offer than something like a Game & Watch, a handheld game. A lot of those are true time wasters, but this one has the way it was programmed to have a character move around the screen, take something, and while you're not shooting, it's still that mechanic's really cool. I'm gonna have to go above average and say this is unique, this is different, and this one plays all right, and it would be it's fun and charming, at least for the first few minutes. Yeah, Victor's going 3.5. Charlie says 3. Yes, that's true. And you look at it from a developer standpoint, you have a completely different perspective. But I'll say 3.5 stars of everything you can play right now on a home computer. Wow, that's pretty cool. All right, it's time to put the video game playing on pause. Next episode, we're going to see the latest by Adventure International, another Radar Rat Race, and a text adventure game that leads you to a real-world location in the United Kingdom where you can win a sundial that's worth £6,000. That's it for today, and like I always say, let's see if the outro starts. Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the channel and joining me on my quest to play every single video game in order of release. We'll be streaming live every weekday at 9 p.m. Central, so join us and let us know if we missed any games along the way. This video would not be possible without Launchbox, RetroArch, and MAME. Tell all your friends there's some crazy guy named Chronologically Gaming trying to play every single video game. We have links down below that'll send you to places like our Discord and Patreon, and one that says all the video games we've ever played. If you go there, it's a list of everything, and you can click right to the game you want to see. Chronologically Gaming is the name to look for. We are perpetually retro, and we will catch you next time.